tacos. I'll make up an intro later. This is the intro for the taco blog. And the Rosa eating tacos.
All right, so we are here in North Carolina. I did my research, and it happens that we found a place outside, and it's how many degrees?
Real cold.
It's cold. I can't feel my fingers, but we are here at ¿cómo se llama? La Caseta. These tacos are so expensive, by the way.
Holy
They're $5, guys. $5 tacos.
Yo,
But
Taco Bell's down the road. I'm saying.
I am not gonna get Taco Bell. But I'm here with somebody. I always bring different people, and today I'm somebody with. You guys saw that gear, yes? The last time I got murdered on national TV, the X25 Wolverine gear. Yeah, he's the one who's been making some of my gear in the last year, and he's super fast and he's super good. That is Clint.
Yo.
What's up, Clint?
What's up? We're gonna eat some expensive ass tacos, and we're gonna talk about gear.
Yes, and wrestling too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, about your.
I love wrestling.
Yeah, you are a wrestler too, right?
Yeah.
So, but he makes gear now, and he makes some dope ass gear.
Yeah. Sports entertainment gear. Look it up. It's
Yes. Yes. Well, let's go and order something. You want an empanada?
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta get a taco too, because this is a taco vlog.
Well, we'll get both. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
I guess I get a taco.
Taco it is.
All right. So we are out here like dumbasses, sitting in the f***ing cold, waiting for this super expensive tacos from La Caseta.
Taco popsicles.
So tell us more about who is Clint, how you got started, why are you making gear? Like, let's start from there. Why do you make gear?
I started basically out of necessity. So I was big into gear like you. Like
Yes.
I wanted to stay fresh all the time, and I got laid off from my shoot job, so I couldn't afford to get as much gear as I normally did, and so I decided to see if I could do it myself. That was in 2008, and it turned out I was decent at it from the start, so just kept with it. And
So when did you start wrestling?
I started wrestling at the very beginning of 2006.
What was your name?
I started out, I was Jay Clinton. Yeah, it was terrible. It's okay. But my most fun run, I was Mr. Sports Entertainment.
Whoop.
Like Mr. Wrestling,
Uh-huh.
but I was Mr. Sports Entertainment. I was just silly. It was a comedy act, That's what I was good at.
Who was your trainer? Where did you start it?
Nobody from Nowheresville, trained 5 times and then got in the ring.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
Didn't go to a legit school or anything. I did eventually. I actually lived here in Charlotte for a while. Worked for High Spots, and so I got to train with George South for I don't know. I think that was about 8-10 months or so, and that's where I really learned how to work. Like I was a couple years in, but that's where I really learned how to work.
So when going back to after you started realizing that you needed to make your own gear, how did your gear look? Did you make your own gear at that point? Or?
Yeah. So the first thing I made was just a simple pair of basketball shorts, just to see if I could do it. Literally just. So I took a pair of tights that Rick Michaels made me, Global WrestleWear. Shout out. And I knew where to order the fabric from because I'd ordered so much gear that they just gave me the website. It's like, hey, just pick out your own stuff. So I ordered my own fabric, and I went to my grandmother's house and was like, hey, can I use your sewing room for a little while? Because I'd never touched a sewing machine before. I didn't know how to sew a button on,
Yeah.
And just used a pattern from Walmart for pajama pants and cut it off into shorts. Put a little design on the side, just not the right way at all. I was literally cutting the spandex letters out and then glue on the back, and I glued it. It was bad. I still got them, but they turned out okay. And then made a couple others, made a pair of tights. I just took a pair of tights apart and was like, okay, well, this is a pattern for me. It was okay. I wasn't the best right off the bat, obviously, but I wasn't the worst.
We're talking about wrestlers having a good look.
Yes, I think that's. I think it's the most important because as a young wrestler, because you can do a lot with a look, and companies can mold you into what they want you to be. Like as far as the wrestler they want you to be, or what skills they want you to have. They can mold you into that good look. You can't.
No.
It gets you in the door.
It's like eating a good taco. Like it has to be dressed. This is a handmade tortilla, by the way. We're both having carne asada tacos. The most expensive carne asada tacos I've eaten. And my mouth is watering.
It's so good. Oh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
They're worth the $5. Actually,
That's really good.
I can't believe you put Valentina in your tacos. Who made?
It's just hot sauce, whatever.
Who are some of your high end talent that you're working with right now? And how did you start some of those relationships?
So, okay, here's a good one. CM Punk, I've done all his stuff since he's been with AEW. And it literally came about because I was at Chicago, or in Chicago, whenever he debuted. Got his promo, called out Darby Allin for the pay-per-view. He walked back. His room was like right next to where I was set up. And I was like, so you need some new gear for the pay-per-view, huh? And he said, yep. I've been doing this stuff since. I made the long boys that everyone loves. Well, some people love. Some people hate them. Whatever. He paid me just the same.
Who else have you worked with?
Done Paul White since he's been here. I did one for Brian Danielson. Oops. Done several for you, obviously.
We're gonna talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people. It's hard to just sit and list them all, but yeah.
Let's tell them how we met.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was a funny situation. Again, Rick Michaels called me. He had been in LA for, I think, about 3 weeks at that point. He was losing his mind. He wasn't getting his work done.
I remember that.
And he called me and asked if I could help. So I flew to LA, helped him for a couple weeks out there for a while. And that's where I met Azteca.
Gosh.
And you came in and did your own rhinestones, and it was awesome, and we loved you right from the beginning. And I still have you saved in my phone as Azteca.
Azteca? Wow, that's good. And then, this is the funny part, I was supposed to be Azteca.
And then you were never Azteca.
And then I was not Azteca, so I did all this promo work, and then they never aired none of that. Somebody else took that.
What was her name?
Giselle Shaw.
Yeah.
I started helping them, and then it was a disaster of a season.
Yeah, people leaving halfway through tapings, and other people claiming they were hurt when they weren't. And lots and lots and lots of drama.
Tell us about that experience, working there, like putting a show together and doing all this gear for all the girls.
That was crazy because when I got there, so Rick had done several outfits already, but either they didn't like the color or they wanted to change this or something didn't fit quite right. So like basically we had to start over when I got there. This was 2 weeks before showtime. Originally I was like, okay, I'm gonna fly out for a week. I'll be get caught up, whatever. Of course, 2 days in, we realized, nope, I've got to stay through the show, everything. And we did, I can't remember the exact number. It was 32, 35, something like that, outfits in 2 weeks from scratch.
And this is not like just regular outfits. This were like very elaborate, bedazzled stuff.
Oh, yeah. Tens of thousands of rhinestones. We did robes, capes. We did that crazy headdress for Azteca, which we didn't even know what we were doing, made up as we went along. Yeah, it was insane. And but I mean, you know, I got to meet you. I made a few other relationships out of that. I made gear for a few of the girls for quite a while after that. So
When did we start working? Like, when did you start doing my gear?
when I came here,
Yeah,
was
the first
time
the first one was the Thunder Chola, right?
yes, that was the first outlet.
Which is
we did
I
together.
debuted last year in was it Beach Break or something like that. It was January. I looked like $1 million, and I was like, man, I like them. And then he's the one who made the lights out gear that everybody talks about. The green one. Remember I called you? Like, brother, I need gear in 2 days, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, like everybody else. Oh Lord, that's dry. Oh. Yeah, I need a full outfit in 2 days, and I want this, and this. Luckily, I had everything, and you're amazing. So I dropped what I was doing and did it for you.
Yes, and it was so funny because he gave me 2 options, and I was gonna use the soldier-looking one, but my boss said, no, the other one is better. And he already had everything, the patterns already made, remember?
And I had to redo.
You had to redo
different
everything.
colors.
We didn't even have a design. I was just like, just base it on whatever we did before. So we did that, and now that's one and an iconic gear of mine. And then the second one we did was more iconic. Did you done?
What was the next one?
Wolverine.
No, I thought there was one more in between.
Which one?
Oh no, you just wore that for a promo though. The black and yellow one.
Oh my god, no, I did it for well, it was a 3-minute match. The Black Adam that a lot of people were like, oh my god, you're using Black Adam. And then but it was based on a design that one of my really good fans who loves comic books is FLOGAN on Instagram. I forgot what it is, but we'll find it. He designed that one, and then we decided to do the Wolverine. I remember I was like, Clint, so I'm gonna be on the semifinals, and I need new gear. And I know what's her name, she does Storm, but I know she's not gonna wear it. But I want to wear X-23. So I literally.
And I need it next week.
Yep.
This was Atlanta. I gotta have this next week. Okay.
And then guess what? It happened, and it looked so good, and we made it into like big time articles all over the world. How do you feel
I
when?
saw that.
How do you feel when like some of the stuff that you create, like people talk about it? Like, they don't even talk about my match. They talk about something that you created.
It happened twice that same week.
Oh, really?
So yours went crazy. All the articles, the artist for Wolverine.
Yes.
Put it over on Twitter,
Yes.
right? And then Punk's Sting gear, I made that as well.
You made that too?
Yeah, with the Chicago flag and the
That
scorpion.
was really cool. Yes.
Like so it was just all over the place that week. It's really cool. I mean, like, I never personally get the credit, just because I'm a guy behind the scenes. Like, I'm a wardrobe guy, whatever. But I know I did it.
Did you
And,
did you design the one for Punk, or he had a design already?
We kind of went back and forth on it. It was his idea was doing the scorpion and the Chicago flag colors, and then I kind of played with it and put the Chicago flag in the scorpion, and
Cool.
we just changed it around a little bit here and there.
For me, I literally just gave him. I said, "This is the picture of X-23 or Wolverine."
And I need gear that looks like this.
And I did gear that looks like this, but it has to look like Thunder Rosa like. They just, like you guys saw the difference when on the red part we put TR. Everything else he designed.
Yeah.
So it's been really nice to work with Clint because he gets me and he knows my body. So that's the most important part. When you have a designer or a gear maker that knows your body, it was being pretty much you and Manuel Quiroz, who used to be in Los Angeles. He used to be my first gear maker.
Okay.
He's the one who knows my body. Like, he just sees me. He doesn't even need to take patterns anymore. And it's the same with you. You don't even need to take patterns anymore because you've been working with me for how long now? 3-4 years?
Yeah.
So it's really cool that you have that eye and you have that skill that not a lot of people see.
It's a creative thing, I think. Like, and with the designs too, because like you gave me a picture of X23, said I need this, but not this, because obviously we want an action figure out of it. We want
Yes.
all that stuff, so it can't be too close. That's something I pride myself in, because everybody wants some kind of comic book character, superhero gear, but you do have to walk a line. You can't copy exactly an outfit, because then you can't do action figures. You can't put it in a video game because that is copyright stuff.
No copyrights here, guys. None.
But I can look at that and I know your style, so it's like, okay, I know where to put the lines. I'll change this up and make this. We made that the lightning bolt instead of just the straight stripe down, and you change up enough, and that's a creative thing that not everybody can look at that picture and change it in their head and know exactly what to do. And I mean, there's guys that are way better at it than me, but it is something I feel I'm pretty good at.
What do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years? Continue to do gear, or do you have any other goals that have to do with this realm?
I would love to wrestle again. I've wrestled in almost 6 years now.
Didn't you get you took that Matt Hardy's finisher?
Yes, when we cut my hair.
His hair was long.
Yeah, I had hair down past my boobies. And that was just, I'd been ready to cut my hair. I was just waiting for an opportunity, and I heard hair match. I'm like, hey, Tony, I got an idea. And he was gracious enough to let me do that. I'd love to wrestle again.
Last question, or last thing.
Ooh.
How were the tacos for you?
Good. A little dry, but
They were dry?
yeah. But it's okay.
He ate them all.
Oh, no, they tasted great. They tasted
It was
great.
the cheese. It was the cheese.
You think?
100%. And then you didn't put the salsa they put on mine. It was moist. They were moist.
Oh.
So you on them.
Oh, well.
My arepa was okay. It was different. I didn't eat it all. And you guys know I always eat all my food. It's just also because it's cold as out here.
Yeah.
And we're
It doesn't help.
and then he's wearing shorts.
Yeah, I'm a crazy person.
He always does.
I wear shorts.
Every
day.
What's your Twitter handles, your Instagram handles?
I don't use Twitter that much. Instagram, Sports Entertainment Gear.
Sports Entertainment Gear.
Yeah, that's my main one, is Instagram.
And guys, I cannot tell you how many times he saved my ass when I can't get a hold of my gear makers, and he is like, I need something now, and then he's always he always comes through, and I appreciate that, because it's hard, guys. As you guys know, I spend more money on gear than in clothes.
That's
Like
it.
a lot more money on that. So
What's the quickest turnaround time you've made me do for you?
probably the lights out gear, lights out match.
Yeah, because we had to do that in like
In
24 hours.
24 hours. I
Yeah.
remember I was in Orlando on the phone with you, and I was like, yo, I just talked to Tony. I need my gear tomorrow.
Yeah,
And he's
that
like,
one was insane.
yeah, you created one of the most iconic gears for women's professional wrestling. Regardless if it was super simple or not, is people remember that green gear as
Yeah, I've never thought about it that way. That's pretty
think
cool.
about it?
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I just didn't think about it that way, that it was such an iconic match for women's wrestling. I didn't think about my role in that.
Well,
that's cool.
It is pretty cool because you play a role and you made that. But if you guys are in Charlotte, this is one of the best rated places. It's called La Caseta. Just come and check it out. If you like to eat outside, if you're like us, not crazy, well, come on over. So
No one's like us.
No. Don't forget to subscribe, and hit the like button and the notifications button. Again, thank you so much, Clint. If you need gear or if you need any crazy stuff made, hit this guy up.
Hit me up.